What is up, guys? Nintenjoel here once again, and unexpected pickup. I'm starting to discover that this town actually kicks ass for finding retro games. There must not be many game hunters around here. I'm finding some crazy yard sale pickups. We didn't even expect to go yard sailing. Actually, we went out today to find barbecue, and we failed at that. We were going to go to this place that, I can't remember the name of it, but it's this gigantic red truck, and they sell burnt ends, like beef burnt ends, and oh my god, off the roast, and they do it in a sandwich, and it's amazing, but they were closed. And then another place we were looking at was closed, and then one of my favorite places, Stick of Pork in It, was also not there. It's a food truck, and they weren't there, so it was just like, holy crap, we can't find anything to eat. That sucked. But instead, we ended up finding a bunch of yard sale signs, and just kind of like followed a line of signs like all around town, and just kind of weaved around everywhere. Never seemed to really backtrack, and just like kind of went to different neighborhoods, some of which I wasn't really familiar with. Lebanon's not a huge town, but it's also got weird areas that I'm not as familiar with. And first it was just like the pickings weren't slim, I don't want to say, but it was just like couple games here at a time, and it just increased and increased all day, and it just got crazy. So it was like one pickup, then two pickups, and then it was like 6 pickups, and then the last one was just over the freaking top. Wait till you see how many Pokemon games were in that. So without further ado, because I don't want this to run forever, let's see, the first sale we went to, actually I don't think it was the first one we went to, but the first one I scored a game at was a huge sale. Lots and lots of stuff. I thought for sure I'm going to find a ton of games here, and they did have movies, they had toys and stuff. I actually picked up a couple toys, but I'll show those in a toy pickup video. But like no games to be found except for like a Rock Band drum set and like a couple guitars. And then there was like hints of games other places. Like there was a couple chords that were definitely game related, but nothing I really needed or wanted. But right at the end, when I'm going to pay for like a couple trinkets, like a couple toys, I spot in this like jewelry case, it's like fake jewelry and like a watch and like just dumb weird stuff like that. One Game Boy Advance cart, and it was $2. And I forgot to take the tag off, but there you go, it was $2. And it's Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, which just stoked me out because I'm actually after this game. I've never played it before. I tested it out, and it is amazing. This game is actually really fun, and I'm really getting into Kirby games. So, dude, so stoked to find this. Like, that just made me so happy. I could have went home with just that for $2 and been happy. But no, I got a Micro Machine there, and actually I think it might be a knockoff Micro Machine. But I think I got like a couple of Mario toys, but I'll show those in the toy pickup. So anyways, then we went on, and we ended up in this weird little area with like not a cul-de-sac, but it was just like a neighborhood, like within a neighborhood. Really nice houses, nice couple. They had the garage open, a couple tables set out, and no games to be seen immediately. Actually, not really at all. But there was some like Wii stuff, like 2 like Wii charging docks. I should have got them. They probably would have charged almost nothing for them. And then there's like the slip covers for Wii remotes. But I guess somebody picked up all the Wii stuff, so I didn't pick up any of that. But he was like, oh, but there is one game in there that's old. He said Yoshi's Story. He knew exactly what it was. And there you go, Yoshi's Story, which is so funny. I just scored one of these at Craigslist pickup that's in another video that I don't even know if I've filmed yet. These are getting so out of order. I am not expecting to pick up this much stuff. It's been crazy. So I don't know what order it is, but I did get another Yoshi's Story recently that had a faded label. Not too bad, but this one's in much better condition, and I'm considering keeping this one. Definitely ditching the other one if anybody happens to need Yoshi's Story. But he was like 50 cents. I think he said 50 cents. Maybe $1. I think it was 50 cents. Oh no, that's right. And then the wife was like, well, the second pickup, I was trying to think, how did the other one come into it? The wife was like, oh yeah, but there is one more that I found in the garage. And she's all, Bomberman. I was like, oh my god, sweet. I might keep this one. It does have KC written on it right here in very small letters, but it might be pencil, so I'm not sure if I can get that off. I really don't tend to screw with N64 labels because they fade really easily. They don't have that like plastic protective coating that like SNES games or like NES games have. So, but anyways, yeah, so 2 N64 games, both really good ones. And I didn't realize that Bomberman 64 had gone up to $20 recently. This game used to be like 10. This one's still relatively cheap, but yeah, those two for $1. I'm pretty damn sure for $1. And then the other thing I got from them is actually really dumb. Like I said, they had a bunch of Wii stuff. Pretty sure one of my Wiis doesn't have the stand not positive though, but yeah, it's a Wii stand, and I think they gave it to me, or it was like 25 cents. It was something ridiculously cheap. Super nice couple. Not any more game stuff though. They said they had some sold. Okay, so then it just got better from there. We struck out at a couple sales, and then we went to a neighborhood that I am a little bit more familiar with, but it was like a not a trailer park, but like a manufactured home like area. And I had to turn that down a little bit. Some epic Altar of Plagues playing right now, and drinking some epic beer right now. So, anyways, it was in this like subdivision, and this guy just had a few things out, and I didn't actually see this. My girlfriend, once again, my girlfriend has been having the eagle eye for games lately, and she's like, oh, it's PlayStation games right there, and I was like, oh crap, didn't even see that. And sure enough, I got 6 PlayStation games. I let one go because it was stupid, or maybe it was PC or something like that. So much happened, can't really remember, but there was one more game, and he said 50 cents each. And so when I saw one of them, I was like, holy shit. So, first of all, nothing special, but it's a black label, it's complete in box, Shrek Treasure Hunt. I mean, there you go. I thought for sure my buddy Jesse might need this, but I already asked him and he didn't need it, so that's okay. Somebody will need this. And then also something, you know, there's stuff in here that's not that great. Driver, You Are the Wheelman. Never even played these games, but they actually look fairly fun. And it's complete in box. Greatest hits. Most of these are greatest hits. Need for Speed High Stakes, which is awesome. I actually love Need for Speed 3, so I'm kind of curious to play this, give it a try. I'm definitely keeping this one, even though it's greatest hits, but it's in great condition. If I remember correctly, the discs were, this one's a little scuffy, but the best one was actually the one that was in the greatest shape, but that's the one that's disc only. Well, no, it doesn't have a manual, let's put it that way. And then another one, Spyro the Dragon, that's greatest hits. Not a bad purchase, though, especially for 50 cents. And this one's disc is actually really good besides fingerprints. So, and I'm not really a Spyro guy, so that's going to be up for trade or for sale. Same with, no, not that one, I'm keeping that one. But Driver I'm not going to keep, and Shrek I'm not going to keep. And then this one I'm probably not going to keep either, but it was really cool to get, though the cover is a little bit damaged. Mostly like wavy, but Crash Team Racing, yeah. So, and Black Label too. It is complete in box, but the case is broken. I'll replace that. Yeah, it looks like this is like maybe a little water damaged. Doesn't even matter. I'm so excited about these pickups. It's so freaking cool. Disc is meh. It's not bad. It's not bad. It'll definitely play. So that one will be up for trade too. I'll test all these out tonight or tomorrow. And then the last one, I was just like, what? What's this doing here with all these like not RPGs, but damn it, no manual. So if anybody happens to have a manual for this, let me know. So unlikely, but Breath of Fire 4 with the back, and the disc was in really good shape. Like, whoever played this wasn't really an RPG guy. There's some scuffs, but they're super light, so yeah, crazy. Back seems to be in good shape too, so whoa, Breath of Fire 4 for 50 cents. I have a complete box, so this is just extra. I hate this stuff. Why don't people peel this stuff off? So yeah, there you go. And then the crazy sale. We're going to take a brief intermission here, make sure that my camera's not running out of room. Okay, and I'm back. And plenty of room on the camera, and lots of things to talk about. Okay, so we're on this street, and there's like 3 yard sales in a row in like a triangle formation. Like one on one side of the street, and then one on the other, and then one back on the other side of the street. Well, we're walking from one of them, either back to the truck or another yard sale, not really sure, but I see this garage is open, I see a guy sitting there, and he's got like a bunch of stuff lined up, but it's like all inside the garage, and it's kind of dark inside his garage, so I'm like, is that a yard sale? And right when I say that, Jessica's like, are those a bunch of DS games? And I see it at the same time, but she said it first. Man, she's got eagle eyes even from across the street, and it's just like a line of complete in-box DS games, or that's what it looked like at least. And so I walk up, and sure enough, bunch of DS games. On the table to the right, there's a ton of DVDs. I mean like 200? All in great shape. We got some DVDs too. It was just absolutely insane. And so there's all these DS games, and I'm thinking they're all going to be shovelware crap, and no. I'm looking through, and it's just Pokemon, 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 Pokemon. And then like a few random RPGs, I was just like, holy crap. And then he's got like Game Boy Advance games laid out on the table in these like 3-pack cases. I've actually got a few of those. And then off to the side, there's a crap ton. I didn't even get any of them except for one There's a bunch of guides and walkthroughs, most of them Pokemon, and so I'm just like stunned, but at the same time I'm like, great, this guy's going to charge eBay prices. I mean, it's like nothing but good games. And yeah, they weren't his, and he didn't want very much at all. He said $3 each, and even worked a deal with me and gave me 20 games. I think I got 20 games, and then we also got a few DVDs, and I super scored, guys. I don't even know what to say. People aren't even going to believe this is real. But, I mean, just like the last one, why would I include something that's obviously real? Otherwise it would have a manual, and this wouldn't be damaged. I don't know what to say about this stuff. There's a few things missing manuals, and some of the clock-based batteries don't work in some of these games. But yeah, for the most part, they all work. They do all work, and they all save, except for a couple clock-based batteries on the Game Boy Advance ones, which always go out. But I guess I'm just going to start off with, first I got a couple manuals. He didn't have the games for these for whatever reason, but this shows you where this is headed. Final Fantasy VI Advance Manual, which is pretty cool. He sold me this for $0.25, and then this one for $0.25, which I don't have either of these games. Tales of Fantasia instruction booklet. So if you have either of these games, loose, I am after those. I was already after them. Although I really want to get Tales of Fantasia on Super Famicom and translated on the Retron, but still cool to find for $0.25 each. I mean, geez, I can't pass that up. And then there were 3 manuals with 3 of the Game Boy Advance games. I think 3. Yep, 3 of them. I'll show those as I show the games. But let's just get on to it, I guess. Let's go Game Boy Advance first. This one's absolutely crazy. First of all, it came in a Game Boy case. That's rad. I love Game Boy cases, and I need many more of these, so I wish he had more of those out, but he didn't. But this is crazy because, spoiler alert, I just got this game like yesterday? Or like the day before yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I got it from Wally, so that'll be in a future pickup also. They're both in about the same condition. This one's got a slightly better label, but it's a lot like dirtier. And then Wally's had like a couple like dings on the label, not actual scratches, but you know, just like lines on the label. But Drill Dozer, pretty awesome game. It's got the rumble feature on it, and I was just playing it, had to test both copies, and it's really fun. But just, I can't believe it. I've been after this game for a long time. I get a copy from Wally, and literally the next day I get one. Whatever, good trade fodder. So one of these is available. Not sure which one I'm giving up yet because the labels are so close, but we shall see. And then just, I don't even know where to start. I guess I'll start right here. First of all, 3-pack Game Boy Advance case. Awesome. You can already tell what I got by the colors here. I got Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Sapphire, Pokemon Ruby. All 3 of these clock-based events save don't work, but the actual save batteries do work. Some of the amounts of hours on some of these games are crazy. There was one game in here that had like 225 hours on it. There was a couple that had like 170, 165 hours on them. Freaking crazy. So anyways, Pokemon Emerald, pretty awesome. Might keep that. Actually, I might keep Sapphire also, but I showed this lot off already in Southern Oregon Retro Gamers, and Jesse is claiming Ruby. But what's cool is Sapphire came with a manual, badass, and then Ruby came with a manual, but Jesse didn't need the manual, so this is like trade fodder if anybody happens to need a Ruby. I like collecting parts and pieces anyways. That's kind of become a new thing for me too, just to trade to people and help people out. So yeah, there you go. 3-pack of pretty awesome Game Boy Advance Pokemon games. And yeah, these ones look fun too. I've had these many times, and they're all legit. I checked them out. You can just tell by the age, and yeah. And for some reason, this one doesn't want to fit. Oh, there we go. Okay, so next 3-pack of games we got here. Bam! So this one, dang it, I passed on a good game because I thought this one was a good game, and it turns out it's just like a $5 game. However, it still is a good game. It's very fun. I was not expecting this at all. Dragon Ball GT Transformation on Game Boy Advance, and I was expecting either like a fighting game or one of the weird like RPG Dragon Ball games, but no, this is a fucking beat 'em up, and it's a really fun beat 'em up. I had a lot of fun testing this one out. So, but I passed on. What did I pass on? I can't remember what it was, but I passed on a fairly good DS game for this because I thought this one was a little more uncommon. I was wrong, but that's okay. It's still a fun game, and everything else I got was crazy. Breath of Fire 2. Faded label. At least I think that's faded. I don't think it's that color normally. But what's crazy, it's got a sticker on the back that says $19.99 from, I'm assuming GameStop. I don't know. But it's funny. This, you know, you can tell that's old sticker, and this game price has not gone up like at all. And then definitely the best Game Boy Advance game. Well, I don't know, arguable with Emerald, but or Drill Dozer, but Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. This is an extra for me, though it did come with a manual. So this will be up for trade. However, I have not checked my copy and seen if this label's better than mine. And I'm not actually sure if I have this manual, so I might keep the manual. I don't have this manual. Sweet, I'm keeping this manual. I forgot, it's the first one I have complete in box. So yes, I guess I scored a Fire Emblem manual. That's badass. I didn't even think about that. But there will be a Fire Emblem Sacred Stone up for trade at some point. So let me put these back. Hopefully close a little smoother than the last time. Alright, so, DS games. Oh man, I still left like 10. There were still some good ones. There was like the Age of Empires or Kingdoms games. There was a Chrono Trigger, but it had a printed cover. But still, there was a Chrono Trigger, and it was like $3. I didn't have enough money. And then there was like, what else was there? Man. I think I just left a couple Pokemon games that I already had. And I can't remember the rest. But there was like 10 more games, and I can't remember what they were because I've been so excited over these, over the moon. So I just grabbed like 11 like Pokemon DS games or something like that. Freaking crazy. But actually the ones that people will probably not be as stoked about, but I'm more stoked about, are the 2 mana games. Heroes of Mana. This one's complete in box. Very stoked about this. Seemed very fun. Been after this one for a little while, so yes, pretty sweet. And for $3 or $2.50, whatever it worked out to be, super score. This one doesn't have manual, lame, but Children of Mana, cart's in great condition, cover's in great condition. If anybody happens to have a manual, I'm now on the lookout for that. But yeah, Children of Mana. This one seemed funner than this one. I didn't play them long, but Children of Mana, I really like the mechanics of battle and stuff. Seemed very cool. This one I thought was going to be cool, but so far, from the little I played, I didn't like it as much. And this is one of the few that had a damaged cover. It had a rip right there. But Pokemon Ranger, and I don't think it has a manual. Yep, no manual either. So this one was like a disappointment on all 3 fronts. I didn't notice the damage. Even the case is like screwed up here. I didn't realize it didn't have a manual, which is not that big of a deal. And then the game wasn't as good as I thought it would be. But no big deal. Okay, these next few are going to Jesse also. I just got done talking to him. And that is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. Not too familiar with the Mystery Dungeon games. I'm going to put on some music here. But they seem pretty cool, but nothing I'm really like too horribly after. I'm sure I can find them. They're not too expensive, and I know Jesse's just like after Pokemon games, and it's some of the few he needs. So I will help him out with that and recoup some money from it for sure. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time. Looks pretty fun. Actually, looks really fun. Yeah, I might have to get these at some point. Who knows? But, you know, help a buddy out. Help me recoup some money. Hell yeah. So there's another Pokemon game. Then we've got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Darkness. I didn't even know there were this many Mystery Dungeon... Is that what it's called? Mystery Dungeon games. So, yeah, there's another one. And this one. I believe, yep, all 3 complete in box. So, hell yeah. Crazy. And then, oh, this one was awesome. This one's awesome because I'm stealing the manual from this Pokemon Pearl. Hell yeah, it is complete in box. And manual's not the greatest, but I'm stealing it because I've been on the lookout for a manual for a while. In fact, this cover might be better than mine. But this has not been claimed yet, so if anybody's after Pokemon Pearl and they don't care if it has a manual, that may be up for trade or sale. And then we got Pokemon Diamond. This is just craziness. Complete in box. This was, again, $2 or $3, like $2.50-ish it worked out to be. This one looks really cool when I started playing it. I have actually popped these in before. I have this one, but not for very long. But I'm reminded that the DS Pokemon games actually look really cool. And then another badass one, Pokemon Platinum. Complete in box also. Case is all messed up and stuff, but other than that, I mean, you have no idea. I'm still blown away. I cannot believe that I got this stuff. This one's case is all screwed up too. It's just dinged up, and there's a little, damn it, it's a little tear right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like it got punched through a little bit. So that sucks, but still no big deal. And this is actually one I'm keeping, Pokemon Black, complete in box also. I don't think I'm keeping this one. Let me check. Yeah, this one I'm not keeping, Pokemon White, and this one is complete in box also. Oh yeah. I thought there was a couple that weren't, but maybe not. And then one I am keeping, Pokemon White 2, hell yeah. And this one seems to be in pretty darn good shape, and it's also complete. This was just crazy. And the last Pokemon DS game, finally, Jesus Christ. This was crazy to get for such a price. I got Pokemon Soul Silver. Not the one with the box and the Poké Locker and all that. I mean, I wish. But it does say not for resale. I don't know what that means. Do they all say that? Not really sure. But Pokemon Soul Silver manual. It's in great shape. Yeah, it's in great shape. A little dirty. But I tested all these out. I already have this one. So that'll be up for trade if anybody happens to be interested. And then the very last thing I got, I literally left this guy's sale. And as we were pulling away, I was like, wait a minute. I think I have to go back and get that. And I'm glad I did. So I went back and got some Pokemon Colosseum with a guide. This actually already sold, so not available. But it did not have a manual, but it did have this weird, like, Pokemon Jirachi Wishmaker thing. Yeah, I don't know what the heck this is, but... And then it has the GameCube manual, but the actual disc and cover, super great shape. And somebody on Sorg wanted this and this, so I'm going to somehow ship this. I'm not really sure how. Yeah, not really sure how to ship these, but somehow I'll figure out, get these in a package. Those are gone, and like I said, these ones are gone, and Ruby is gone. But other than that, there's a bunch of trade fodder here, so if anybody's interested in like the Breath of Fire 4 with the like disc and back, if anybody's interested in Fire Emblem, Sacred Stones, or Breath of Fire 2, if anybody's interested in a copy of Drill Dozer, or, oh man, these two I think I'm going to put up for trade. There's definitely one with a slightly faded label up for trade of Yoshi's Story. Bomberman is up for trade. I think I'm going to keep this copy. And then, let's see, Soul Silver, White, Platinum, Diamond will all be for trade. And then Pearl, but no manual on this one because I'm a jerk. And then I'm pretty sure I'm going to trade this one, but also no manual. And remember, it has a little rip on it. But if anybody's interested in some Pokemon games, shoot me a message. Or just comment on the video, because I try to message all my peeps back. Oh yeah, and also, yeah, Breath of Fire 4 disc, Crash Team Racing, Spyro the Dragon, Driver, and Shrek, in case anybody happens to be interested in those. But yeah, a bunch of trade fodder, exactly what I've been wanting. So this has been crazy. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you, yard sale people. You guys are crazy. I'm going to go out again every weekend as much as I can, because I just can't stop scoring, and it is addictive as hell. Even if it's like stuff that I'm mostly not keeping, it is so fun to deal in games. What do you guys think about that? Comment below. Do you guys have as much fun like scoring games and trading with people as you do playing them? Because I sure as hell do. It is so much fun. So let me know in the comments below. Give me a like if you liked it. Subscribe. That'd be awesome, because you know you want to see more. There's like crazy pickups coming. Still have a bunch more. It's just been... What? Yeah, it's just been... What? Say what? It's been crazy. I can't even comprehend. This is nuts. This is nuts. So, yeah, anyways, enough rambling. Comment, like, subscribe. Be ready for more. It's all coming. Yeah. Keep rocking the retro games.